Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at more of the Starfield direct breakdown. Today we're looking at the ships and the customization and, you know, some of the space combat and stuff, because it's going to be a big part of the game and I think it's important to talk about. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. More Starfield content will be coming your way when the game comes out, because I am super hyped for this game. I'm also giving away this game, which is linked in the video description and in the comment section. It's a little 3-minute video. Go over there and listen to it and it will tell you how to enter and potentially win Starfield. But let's get into this today. I've got other videos up on my channel of like UI and weapons and all sorts of things, so check them all out. But today let's talk about ships. The ships are going to be hugely important in this game, obviously. You can see right here you got gunfighting, well, dogfighting, sorry. You know, you can have different weapons and stuff and different ways of attacking ships. You know, you can get onto a ship, you can fight them in the sky one-on-one. There's just loads of different ways to handle space combat as well as space exploration and all that stuff. And specifically for this game, you're going to be able to customize your ship however you want. You can build it however you want. In every single city there is a mechanic who can help you work on and change what your ship looks like. As you can see on screen right now, they're showing various different ones, and it's just going to be an ungodly amount of customization, which hurts me to even think about, because everything else in this game feels like it's going to take a very long time. But then you've also got ship stuff, which, you know, you're going to need to do. This isn't just something you can kind of bypass. You're going to have cargo ships to carry more things. You're going to have ships to be able to fight better, explore better. There's just going to be loads of different things that you can do and add on and take away from ships to just make them better for whatever thing you have in mind right now. So as you can see anyway over here, you have varying statistics for each and every ship that you have. Just a little note up here, you got credits and stuff, vendor credits and your credits. So, you know, this is obviously the changing of the ship where you're customizing it, so it might actually cost you some credits, because I spoke about this in the weapons video and it didn't look like you needed credits for the weapons, but it does look like you need credits for the ships, which makes sense because you're paying a mechanic guy to do it. We have over here on this side, I'll look at these in a second, the ship systems. The ship overview has fuel 210. I don't know how good that is in comparison to what is expected in the game, but it gives you a good indication of how much fuel and stuff a ship has before you have to refuel. The hull damage, the hull armor, I should say, this is how much damage you can take before you probably blow up. Cargo capacity, which is going to be important if you want to transfer stuff and probably go and sell stuff, and there's things like harvesting organs and illegal things that you can do. So having a cargo capacity that's bigger with some secret compartments like they spoke about will give you more options in this game. Then we've got a reactor type, reactor B. I don't know whether this is like a B and will change to A if you've got an A reactor, and it's got 31. I have no idea what this number means, but I'm guessing the higher the better. That's my opinion. It shows you how much crew you have, how much shields you have, how far you can jump in terms of light years, what its balance is like, and lasers is damage. I'm not sure what PAR is, but this is obviously your stats for flying, maneuvering, fighting, and all that kind of good stuff. It also shows you your value and the mass of your ship. I don't know whether mass actually matters here. Could you have a mass of like 50,000, or would you just drop out of the sky? Then you got all your systems up here, which is obviously your balance, whatever the PAR is, lasers, engine, grav drive. I'm not sure what that is. But the thing that I don't understand is that lasers down here is 27, and you got 3 white bars and then a whole bunch of blue bars. So I would assume that the actual base ship comes with the stat of lasers doing, let's say this is damage, for instance, 27 damage, and then all of these extra blue lines here are going to be what you add onto this ship. So even though it says 27 down here, this might very well indicate that the lasers are the best they can be. I assume that's lasers anyway, but whatever this is, I reckon that's the base stat, and then this is all the mods that you add on, because over here as well you got engine, which means that if you're increasing this side of the ships, this comes down too. But they also speak about the fact that you can transfer power to different areas of the ship, so this could also be the fact that they've took power from the engines to put it into the lasers. What that means is that when you're in a dogfight and you need to kill things, you need more power into your lasers, so you have to take it from everywhere else in your ship. Very, very interesting, and I'm very excited to see what all of these means, how they work, and how we just make things better. So we won't look at all the ships, but you can see that obviously everything changes with different types of ships. This one doesn't even have a laser attacking or any kind of damage or anything like that. This is just probably like a transfer ship, a cargo ship. Then we have something like this big boy right here. Now this has a C reactor, so the reactor does change in terms of letters. I've only just realized that, but this has a higher number but a lower rating in terms of if you look at the normal ABC rating. So this is very complex and confusing for me because everything else seems very straightforward with this game, but obviously we'll have to learn about the reactors. This has a lot more stats in all of its things that you can use, all of the systems. This here I'm assuming is your shield. Crew shield, yeah, so shield 1315. So I'm assuming the white ones are like the base stat, and then these are things that you either divert power to or add on like mods and stuff to the ship. Very, very cool. Ooh, I want to see that one. I haven't seen this one yet. It goes by so quick you don't even see it. There we go. Look at the this is a weird looking ship. It barely has anything on it, but it's got an A reactor. So you know, I can't wait to figure out what all this stuff is. Like, I just can't. But let's continue. Let's continue. We'll look at some things. So this is where you edit your ship and you can add parts to anywhere you want. And it's basically like a snap map where you bring the piece that you want close to where you want it, and it will automatically snap into place and add on to the ships. I think we get a little bit more of this in a second, but you can see all here, all these different ships and stuff that are available. And as you can see, you can get dramatically huge ships, or smaller ships if you want that too. But I can't wait to see how this impacts the game. Like, how much stuff can you put into a ship for what you need? If you need loads of guns, can you put in just an array of weapons and just have a really small ship that can get around really quickly? It's just, there's just so much stuff, and they look so cool as well. And like, you can see that each and every single part of this whole ship can be changed. You know, your engines, your cargo hold, your reactor, landing gears can be changed, your bay where you get in and out, you know, your hub, your cockpit. Is that hub? It says hab. Weapons, cowling, shield generator, docker, fuel tanks, grav drive. There's so much customization in this game. It's unbelievable. I feel like I'm just gonna struggle with making a half decent ship. It's terrifying to think about, and everything in this game, when I think about it, is just, I know I'm going to get sucked away into it. So here are the weapons that are available, and I don't know whether this is weapons for all ships or specifically for this ship, but you can see you have an auto cannon. We got lasers, different types of lasers, flares, which I feel like would probably protect you from things being fired at you. We got a missile launcher, an infiltrator missile launcher, which I'm guessing is just a bit stronger, maybe because it costs more. And then a disruptor electron beam, which may not really do much damage, but it could lower shields quicker, because that's the way I feel it would act. You disrupt their shields, which means you can attack their hull quicker. It won't do as much damage, but you know, it could be something that's, you know, needed in this game. I don't know, because there's just so much stuff. Oh, and then we got habs as well. I still don't know what this is, but it's obviously sections of a ship, and you can see that they're just gonna like add it on. Hopefully they're gonna add it on. Yeah, so you see, to take away the pit, and then they bring this in, boom, stick it in, and it just looks so fluent and so easy. And I cannot wait to get into this, even if it is going to be super overwhelming. You've just got endless possibilities. But you can see up here that it does cost credits, right? So we don't know how much credits you get for a quest reward, so we don't know how long it would take to get to the point where you have 64,879 credits. That could be an hour into the game, it could be 100 hours into the game. I really hope it's like a good 8 to 10 hours, so you've got a decent amount of money so you can actually mess around with numerous things in the game. But right now, with all these extra little things that they've added on, it's only 12,000, so it might be that they've got a really nice balance. Then you've got color changing as well, which I'm very happy. You can have very specific colors, because I want to have a very, very deep red and black accents. And there's just so much stuff. And then obviously with things that you put on the ship, new things are available to you. Now I can't remember exactly what this is called, because I don't have any audio right now. But this item here that's going to be used to help you with your things, like your materials and stuff, I think is only available if you add this section onto your ship. So if you need a very specific thing in your game, you're going to have to add a very specific part of the ship to your ship. This is just to like display your weapons, you know, purely a cosmetic thing, I believe. But maybe this is like extra storage as well. So if you've got all your weapons on you you've got a certain amount of mass allocated to your weapons and you don't want to go over it, but you got some cool weapons, you can leave them on your ship and display them, and as you're walking around and stuff, you can see them. So, you know, it really feels to me like they've thought of absolutely everything they could possibly think of. I just hope that there is reason to change your ship up, to add things and take things away, and like have a, like, I know obviously a bigger cargo is always going to be something that's useful, but I really just hope there is an impactful part of the game where you have to change and look at things and maybe get different ships and have fleets of different ships and stuff, because that's what a game like this needs. No Man's Sky, very much, you didn't need that, but it was available in the game. You could have one ship and never change it on something like No Man's Sky. You could have fleets with loads of different stuff, but, you know, there wasn't really much reason to have a different ship. But now in this, it looks like there's very much a reason. I hope. I genuinely hope. It's just beautiful. This is what one of them made, where it looks like a duck-billed platypus, which I find to be hilarious. And I can't remember if I've got the footage here, but there's also one that looks like Optimus Prime. And it's just like the creativity that's going to come from people playing this game and creating ships is going to be phenomenal. I might even do a kind of top 5 of the week video for my channel where people can send me their ships and I'll upload them and rate them and all that. Like that might be something that I do, because I think that it's a great way of connecting with people, which I hope this game will achieve, especially in the content creation part of YouTube. Like, you want people to connect to the game, and, you know, with the uniqueness and the customization, I feel like you could really achieve that. And then also as well, on your ship, your companions are chilling with you and stuff. Now I really hope that like the parts that you add on significantly change the surroundings of where these companions will be, because this is the same kind of thing they showed off in the trailer, of like this kind of rundown, lived in type of hall where they're sitting and waiting and doing stuff, waiting for you. I want to be able to change this to look completely different, because I don't like this aesthetic. I don't like how this looks personally. So I really hope there's other things you can add in which change this, and then it's more a bit of you, rather than have this area the same for every single ship and then everywhere else in the ship you can customize. I want this room to be customizable as well. But yeah, that's about it. That's the ship stuff. I mean, there's some fighting and stuff, which I'm not really going to look into, because I feel like dogfighting, while it's cool to look at and stuff and kind of predict, it's not something you can really think about until you actually play the game, because dogfighting is a whole different beast to most things in most games. But yeah, so that's it. Ships and ship stuff. Let me know what you think down below about ship customization. Is it something you're excited for? Is it something you want to do? If you wanted to do it, would you like to see your stuff on my channel? If I was to be like, yeah, send me your ships and I'll upload them. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. Check out the other videos for Starfield, the perfect game. Also the Starfield giveaway link down below. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.